Something huge is happening with Off-Campus Season 2, and honestly, I don't think most fans are ready for how messy Dean and Allie's story could become. Because this season may give us romance, hockey, jealousy, heartbreak, and possibly one of Dean's darkest storylines yet. And the biggest surprise? Season 2 is already filming. New cast members have joined. And the show is making some interesting changes from the books. First, let's talk about Dean. If the show follows the emotional direction of the score, then Dean could be heading toward a very painful season. He may have to deal with a major personal loss, and knowing Dean's personality, I honestly don't think he'll handle it quietly. He's usually the fun guy, the confident guy, the one who always seems in control. So seeing him completely fall apart could hit much harder than people expect. But here's the interesting part. The show has already made changes to Elle Kennedy's books, so nothing is guaranteed. There has been a lot of discussion among fans about whether the writers might change this storyline. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Now, Dean's emotional problems won't be the only issue. Remember what happened between Allie and Hunter Davenport? Yeah, that situation is definitely not going to disappear. Allie made a choice, and unfortunately, she chose the one person Dean absolutely did not want around. Hunter Davenport is already a huge problem for Dean, and if Logan keeps pushing for him to be part of the hockey team, then things could get very ugly. We still don't fully know what happened between Dean, Summer, and Davenport, but the mystery is getting even more interesting because Summer Di Laurentis is officially joining the show. Shay Rudolph has been cast as Dean's younger sister, Summer, and I have to say, the casting is actually perfect. The announcement showed Shay and Stephen Kalin together, and fans immediately noticed how believable they look as siblings. That makes me even more curious about what Season 2 will reveal about Dean's anger toward Davenport. And then there's Dean and Allie. They became one of those couples where you don't even realize how attached you are until the story puts them in danger. But Season 2 may seriously test them. If Dean is dealing with grief while also struggling to forget what happened with Allie and Davenport, their relationship could become a complete emotional disaster. According to the book, Dean tries to escape his pain through partying and drinking, and that could eventually push him further away from the people who care about him. I think that's what could make this season so hard to watch. It's not just about whether Dean and Allie love each other, it's about whether they can survive when everything around them starts falling apart. But they're not the only couple worth watching. Logan and Grace are finally entering the picture. India Fowler has joined the cast as Grace Ivers, and her arrival could be the beginning of something very interesting with Logan. The show's story order has already been changed compared with the books, but that doesn't mean Logan and Grace are being forgotten. In fact, Season 2 could slowly build their connection and prepare us for a much bigger story later. And yes, Hannah and Garrett are returning too. Even though Dean and Allie are taking the main spotlight, the original couple will remain part of the Briar University world. The latest production update is also exciting. Season 2 is currently filming in Vancouver. With production running through September 18, 2026, there is still no official release date, but current reports point toward a 2027 premiere, possibly around spring or May. So, with Dean's possible heartbreak, Allie and Davenport's complicated history, Summer's arrival, and Logan and Grace getting closer, Season 2 could be even more chaotic than Season 1. But what do you think? Will Dean and Allie survive everything coming their way? And what do you think Dean's real secret with Davenport is? Drop your theories in the comments and subscribe for more off-campus updates before the first teaser arrives.